Warriors offense, the Celtics defense. I mean, we got it Thursday night. Udoka, first year as head coach, got them over the hump, just like Steve Kerr did when he took over. As soon as Steve Kerr took over, he unlocked the offense. Did Udoka unlock the defense? Right? We have Jimmy Butler shot. We got a lot of stuff to get into. By the way, are the Warriors it says here Warriors are minus 160. That would make them the favorites, not the underdog. It means the Warriors have been the favorites in every finals they've been in. So now their record, but see what I'm starting to do, Jay? I'm starting to twist it a little bit. Now their record, we need to see what the record's going to be. You're supposed to win every time. Does that mean perception and reality are a little skewed with this Warriors franchise?
This is right down your alley. This is right down your alley.
But it is time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Listen to Tim Legler, ESPN NBA analyst, of course, our very own Tim Legler, on Freddie and Fitzsimmons, on Jayson Tatum in the conversation. Jay, I've been trying to tell you, this whole playoffs, it's Tatum versus this guy and that guy, and can he get a seat at the table is the way I like to phrase, or maybe you phrased it that way. Here's Tim Legler on Tatum.
Every so often, a new guy comes into that conversation. Jayson Tatum certainly got himself in the conversation this year. And then what you have to do is continue to advance and break through barriers. I mean, this was his first opportunity to get a team to the NBA Finals as their best player. So I just think mentally it gives you so much confidence.
This is what I've been trying to say the whole time, guys, for Jayson Tatum. It's not just Jayson Tatum. This is a team sport, and you're always going to get that kind of real talk here. But obviously, Jayson Tatum is one of the guys that's going to shine. But, HD, the way I've kind of categorized this before is that, coming into the playoffs, even though Jayson Tatum had taken his team to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple times, it always came up a little bit short. He felt like he was ready to burst through the wall, right? He was ready to be on the opposite side of it. And I always said that he was kind of like that VIP section where you're there and you're among the elites, but then you look up and be like, damn, there's another level to the club, and you see that superstar. Right now, he is a superstar, but I think this is the opportunity for us when it's all said and done. If you're looking at who he's gotten through to win it all, if he wins it all, Jayson Tatum, his name is one of the top under 25 guys. No. You're going to reframe that conversation. You're talking
about my name is Special Ed and I'm a super-duper star.
You're going to say, yo, Jayson Tatum.
Super-duper star.
Jayson Tatum in that same category with the likes of a LeBron James, a Stephen Curry, a KD, a Giannis. Now, I'm not saying he's at the same level as they are. Like, he'll still be under those guys, but no more top 25. He will have gone through KD, Kyrie. Yep. He will have gone through Giannis. He will have gone through one of the best complete teams in all of basketball, and Jimmy Butler, who was playing. I'm not saying he's in the same category, but statistically, Jimmy Butler's category was with Michael Jordan with the type of numbers he was putting up in the Eastern Conference Finals. And if he were to go through the dynasty of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson with some of the young dudes they have, you're talking about him in a different strategy.
So wait, hold on. Who has more on the line, Tatum or Steph, heading into these finals?
Well, who's your answer, Jay?
So I would say Tatum for me, because I think Steph, for some people, they like to qualify his resume, but I think his legacy is already set. Now, could he enhance it slightly? Yes, which I think is a big conversation. But I think Jayson Tatum winning his first championship, going through that gauntlet, I'm going with Jayson Tatum more to gain.
Now, honestly, here, I don't think there's a wrong answer because both answers can be right, but I'm going to go with Steph Curry with the simple fact we're having this conversation about the top 10. And who are you going to take out of the top 10
ever?
And add Steph? Exactly. Ever to ever play the game of basketball. And when you look at Steph, he has 3 rings, right? He has 2 league MVPs. He doesn't have a finals MVP. Now, if he gets another ring and gets finals MVP, that conversation ramps up even more, right? Not only that, when you look at a guy like Steph Curry, I want y'all to look at the NBA today and what's the face of it now. These young cats, right? You see Jokic, back-to-back MVP. They went through them. You see Ja Morant, one of the most, if not the most electrifying player in the NBA. He went through him. Luka, he just went through Luka. Now, if he beats Tatum, that's all the young guys that we're talking about being the face of the NBA today. So I think it's a different conversation when you look at a guy like Steph Curry. Plus, he'll have 2 rings without Kevin Durant because those two are going to always be linked together. So when I look at this conversation, I think it's Steph Curry. Not saying that his legacy is not cemented, but it can get even better with a ring and a finals MVP.
8-8, say ESPN. Is it bigger to join the elite of the elite in today's game for the first time to get a seat at the table, to get that first championship? Or is it bigger to, even if you're already an all-time great, to push yourself into the top 10 of all time? The first case is Tatum. The second case is Steph Curry.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.